Thinking about moving to Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys? Well, today, in this video, we are going to answer the age-old Augusta County, Virginia question. Which is better? Who wins, Waynesboro or Staunton? So hang around to the end of the video so you can find out. And we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, playing in Virginia's mountains and valleys, then click on that subscribe button and touch that bell icon so you can be the first to be notified about all the current real estate market here in Virginia's mountains and valleys. Hi, my name's Stefan.
And I'm Leslie.
And we get phone calls and emails every day from folks just like you who are looking to make a move to Virginia's mountains and valleys, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in
9 days
or 90 days, just pick up the phone and give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. That information is all in the description down below, and we'll be happy to help you make your move to Virginia as smooth as possible. So as I mentioned earlier in the video today we're going to answer the age-old question, which is better, Waynesboro or Staunton? Who wins? So that being said, my wife often tells me that I'm a little competitive. I don't know, but
he's incredibly competitive.
Oh, okay.
Always has been.
So she says, well, I don't know, but maybe we'll just make this a who wins, right?
All right.
So that means that I will let you pick your town, though. Who do you want to select?
I'll take Staunton.
You take Staunton, and I will take the W in Waynesboro for the win. Okay.
We'll see.
So let's start out. Number one. First of all, well, not number one actually, but let's start out just a little bit about the two towns.
Okay.
As you can see, the population of both towns is very similar. There's a few thousand more people in Staunton than there is in Waynesboro. Doesn't count as a point, sorry. All right, but the area, as you can see, Waynesboro is a little bit smaller than what Staunton is. And as far as how far apart are they, they're only about 12 miles apart from the downtown of one town to the downtown of the other. So a little bit about it. So let's talk about the first contest point here.
Okay.
Who's going to win, Staunton or Waynesboro? We're going to talk about the average home sales price.
Well, since we're realtors, I guess that's a good place to start.
That is a great place to start.
Right.
They might want to know that too.
All right. So over an 18-year period of time, there was only 3 times that Staunton's average price of a house was greater than Waynesboro's. So that's kind of an interesting stat.
So
Not by much, but just a little bit.
Yeah, and overall, the average home price in Staunton this past year in 2022 was $274,000, and in Waynesboro was about $285,000. And but like I say, things kind of tend to move a little bit, but overall, over the course of the last 18 years, you can see that Waynesboro is a little bit more expensive, the homes there, than what Staunton is. So I guess reluctantly, I have to give you number one, the win, if we're looking for the least, the more affordable town. I guess you win. Okay. So, all right, 1-0. She wins. Okay. Number two, here we go. Commute to Charlottesville. Okay. Well, you put that in there because well, they are closer. But it's a
very good point, though, because when you're considering your distance, if you are working in Charlottesville, you definitely need to consider your commute. Not everybody thinks that's really important, but at the price of gases at the taping of this video, you may consider being closer to Charlottesville.
And if you buy eggs too, so. But
that has nothing to do with the location.
I know, but anyway, the thing about it is a lot of folks, because the cost of housing in Charlottesville is a lot more expensive than what it is in the Shenandoah Valley, a lot of folks will move into Waynesboro or Staunton, and they'll commute over to Charlottesville. And
we get asked that question a lot. How far is it? Can I move over the mountain, get more house for my money than I can in Charlottesville, because the average price in Charlottesville is higher than Waynesboro.
And that's the thing. So you want to take that into account. As you can see, it's about 12 miles difference as far as, and again, just going from the downtowns of each area. Okay. So about 11, and time wise, maybe it's 10 or 15 minutes, depending upon where in the towns you live. And so something to keep into your mind as you're making that decision every day is, if you are working in Charlottesville, do you want to be closer to it, or do you want to be further away and be in Staunton? And so I guess that means for this one, I win. So we're tied up 1-1. All right.
He's not competitive at all.
Not at all. Not at all. So, all right, let's talk about the next one. Taxes. Oh, that reminds me. Have we started our taxes for this year yet?
Yeah, since he knows that I'm the one who does the
Yeah,
taxes.
that's right. So, not yet, but we got to get on that.
We'll get there.
We.
Todd, he's leaving the state.
So that being said, let's talk about real estate taxes. Okay, in Staunton, okay, the properties are assessed in Staunton at 92 cents for every $100 of their value. In Waynesboro, they're slightly less. They're at 90 cents for every $100 in value of the property. If you break that down, for example, if you had a $300,000 home in either Staunton or in Waynesboro, the difference is only going to be about $60. So not a whole lot there, right? But at the same time, there is a little bit of a difference. But unfortunately, when we're talking about real estate tax, there's other taxes in Virginia as well.
Like Virginia personal property taxes.
Personal property taxes. There could be a difference there because towns set that. And so if you look in Staunton, Leslie over in her town, she's paying $2.90 on personal property tax for every $100. And in Waynesboro, I'm paying $3.25. $3.25. So you say, well, what does that really mean?
In the whole thing.
If you look at it, let's suppose that you have $20,000 in personal property tax. Maybe you have one car, its assessed value is $20,000. Okay. The difference is you're going to pay about $70 difference in personal property tax. So $60 on the real estate side for a $300,000 house, $70. There's not any difference hardly at all. And there's other taxes in town too, in some places, restaurant and hotels, but if you're living here, you're not gonna stay in a motel anyway. But like I say, everything else being considered, it's all just about the same. These are the two main taxes to talk about. So that being said,
is it a tie?
I'm gonna give us a tie. I really can't take the, $10 isn't really good enough to take the win on. So we'll call that a tie. We'll give each one of us a point, make us feel good. Okay. So now it's 2-2. All right. So now here we go. What about new home builds?
All right.
Staunton or Waynesboro, Leslie?
Okay, Staunton, we have 181 new construction
over the last 10 years, and we have 325 over the last 10 years. Smoke you. Now there's a lot of reasons why that might be, but just again, this is inside the city limits of Staunton. There's a lot of building that's going on around in the county as well.
Correct.
But right inside of Staunton, these are the new home starts in the last 10 years. So maybe different reasons why that is, but right now Waynesboro has the advantage over Staunton as building more homes. Maybe part of that's for now, but maybe part of that too is its proximity to Charlottesville as well. So, but anyway, that's where we stand. So that means I get the point, and now it is 3-2. Thank you very much. All right. So let's go to another place. Downtown shopping and dining, the heart of the downtowns.
Hearts of downtown.
Talk to me about the heart of Staunton. What all you got down there in Staunton?
Staunton, we have been able to try some of the restaurants that are in downtown. My favorite is Remedy Burger. It is just this really cool vibe inside. Great burgers, all natural stuff. It's really good. So, and one of the shopping places that I enjoy going to downtown is the Dragon's Hoard. So if you are a gamer or you like Dungeons and Dragons and board games, the Dragon's Hoard is a neat place to walk into. It's small, it's not very big, but it's cool. No doubt, no doubt. So, okay, that was pretty good stuff. And I got to admit, one of the things I like about Staunton too is the restaurants, how they all pull out into the street in the summertime. Okay. That is cool.
And they really do. You can sit out there in the evenings on like a Friday night, Saturday night, and it's just nice to enjoy the weather and enjoy it on the street talking to people. It really is neat down there in Staunton. So Waynesboro, we got some good things over in Waynesboro too. One of the great places, the River Burger Bar. That's a really great place to eat.
Comparing burger to burger.
Well, we'll leave that for you to decide. So. Benny Stavano's, that's a great pizza place as well. They're kind of a local chain here in the area, and they have these huge pizzas.
Don't exaggerate.
No, well, they're what, like, I don't know, they're really big.
They're big.
And so I forget, but they're really big. So, but that being said, there's also some shops downtown as well, hobby store, fly fishing place, that type of thing. But honestly, I got to give this one to Leslie as far as the feel downtown and the amount of things to do downtown. I got to give it to Staunton.
And again, the list that we've put up here is just, it's not an exhaustive
Oh, no,
list
not
of
at all.
all the places that you have in either one of the downtowns. Those are just some of the highlights.
No doubt, no doubt. Each one has its pros to it, and experience both of them because they both have some unique places to offer, no doubt. So I guess that ties us up now. We're 3-3. Okay. Back to that tie thing again. I feel like I'm playing a soccer game. Okay. 3-3. So let's talk next about national brand shopping and dining. I'm talking like all over town, the major type chain stores that you're going to have, the major type chain restaurants that you're going to have. So what all you got over there in Staunton?
All right, in Staunton, we've got all of the major brand name shopping. We've got a Walmart, we've got Belk, we've got TJ Maxx. We have an Applebee's and a Cracker Barrel and a Chili's. So several name brand places in Staunton.
Not bad, not bad. You do have a few over there. You do all right, but let me just tell you this.
All right.
Over in Waynesboro, we smoke you all over in Staunton.
What you got?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, we got a Target, we got a Kohl's, we got a Old Navy. You said you had a Lowe's over in Waynesboro or over in Staunton, and that's good. We have a Lowe's and a Home Depot, just so you know. So
all those remodeling.
All those remodeling people, exactly. I got a McAllister's Deli, an Outback Steakhouse. I mean, just along with some of the other restaurants that you have over there as well, and of course, we do have a Walmart too. So. But
I think you guys have more than one.
We do. But like I say, I think you would admit, like I gave you the one on the downtown. I think you're going to have.
I'm going to give it.
Okay, all right, no doubt about that. That makes it 4-3. Here we go. Let's talk about the next area of competition. Okay. We're talking about the grocery stores. So let's do a side-by-side comparison. All right, ready? Here we go. We know that we both have a Walmart Supercenter, right? We also know that we both have a Martin's. Okay. We also have at least one Food Lion.
Okay.
We also have Kroger.
Yep.
And both towns have an Aldi.
Yes, we do.
So it looks like it's going to be a tie again, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
No, it is not. Unfortunately for you people over in Staunton, we also have, as she mentioned earlier, we have two Walmarts. One is a neighborhood market type Walmart on the other side of town for everybody's on that side of town's convenience. And we also have a discount supermarket, the Sharp Shopper supermarket as well.
That's true.
So it's not much, and you're going to be able to get all the groceries you need. Those are the major stores in the area. But we do have a couple other options in Waynesboro than you do in Staunton. All right. That makes it 5-3. Oh, yeah. So not competitive at all. Of course not. All right, let's talk about schools.
All right, Stan, let's do a little better here.
All right.
Okay, this is according to niche.com.
Right.
Okay, so let's look at Staunton stats. We get a B.
And overall, for all of the schools in Staunton, you get a B. That's correct. And now in Waynesboro, a B minus. Now, I'll say this, like you said, this is just one comparison of niche.com. And this is what the people on niche.com say. This isn't what we're saying or anything like that. And there's other websites out there. But the biggest thing is to come and experience that. And because the folks that live in Staunton and live in Waynesboro, they know those teachers and they know those administrative personnel and the people there. And so I'm sure there's different views out there in the community of who may be better. And so really it's not a huge difference. But like I say, we're just doing a comparison, and based on this one particular stat, I guess I got to give Staunton the nod to that. All right.
I like it.
So you're one closer now. You're one closer. You're 4. You're 4 out of 5. Okay, 4-5. So let's talk about the next one. How about parks and hiking? I know there's a lot of good parks over there in Staunton.
We do a lot, and in Waynesboro, there's several too.
Yeah.
Gypsy Hill Park. They've also got a golf course in Gypsy Hill, and the swans and the ducks. And they're fun.
Yeah, and I know Betsy Bell Wilderness Park up there is a great view over the town and everything. And there's several parks that are downtown. There's only like 1 or 2 parks difference between Staunton and Waynesboro. And so both of them have done a very good job of having different parks available for their residents. And the other thing too is you think about the population, Staunton is just a little bit larger than Waynesboro. So if they have an extra park in there, I guess that helps the folks over there as well. So. Yeah. But here's where I think the difference is.
Okay.
And that's in local trails. While there's some in Staunton, because you can see here, this is alltrails.com. You can see that within 5 or 10 minutes of Staunton, within Staunton, you've only got about 4 trails that are within Staunton. They're nice trails, okay?
Yeah.
But when you get to Waynesboro, you've got the Appalachian Trail right next door to you. And you have a lot of trails that spearhead off of that Appalachian Trail, okay? And so I mean, and one of my favorites, the Blue Ridge Tunnel. We talked about that in our last Waynesboro video that we did. And so
we've hiked it.
Yeah, take a look at that. And I mean, just walking through that tunnel, it's almost a mile long. And it's just a really neat trail. And so do you agree that when it comes to trails and parks,
you guys do have us beat Staunton as far as the trails?
Yeah. Parks might be a little close, but I think overall it's closer. It's closer.
Things there toward the trail.
Yeah, it's closer. All right. Well, that being said, 6-4 is the score. And so with a couple categories left here. So here we go. Let's talk about historical significance.
You put the slide in.
Well, I'll say this. Waynesboro does have things that are of historical significance in it. There are definitely things we can learn in Waynesboro. But Staunton, man, they just got some really neat places over there.
We have a Frontier Culture Museum, which is all of the people who settled in the area, and they talk about that in great length. It's a great place to go.
Yeah.
We also have the 18th president.
Yes, 18th.
Of the United. Ooh, I got that right. The 18th president of the United States, Woodrow Wilson. We have his presidential museum here and library, which is also amazing. And we have a scenic railroad here in Staunton. So, I know some people who have gone on it and have really enjoyed it. Yeah,
the railroad used to be really, really big in Staunton, and now they've started up this Virginia Scenic Railway, and it goes into West Virginia. And just a nice trip, and kind of hard to compete against the Presidential Museum and the Frontier County. So I think, like I say,
did Waynesboro have a president?
I'm sure Woodrow Wilson visited Waynesboro. So
maybe.
But anyway, like we say, all for fun. And I mean, Waynesboro does have some pieces of historical significance, but I gotta say, you beat us pretty good there in Staunton. And so here we are. We're at the last category in our Staunton versus Waynesboro contest.
All right, drum roll.
So here it is. It is arts and culture. All right. So let's start out this time. Let's take a look at Waynesboro first. Okay. First of all, in Waynesboro, we have the Wayne Theater. Along with it, of course, we have the Waynesboro Players. We have the 416 Gallery. We have the Make Waynesboro Clay Studio as well. Cool place. We've got the P. Buckley Moss Gallery as well. We've got the Shenandoah Valley Art Center. We've got another exhibit at the Wayne Theater as well. And we also have the Russell Museum and University of Science and Philosophy right here in a small little town like Waynesboro, Virginia. I think we do pretty good.
I think you do bad, but you only said you had one theater.
That's right, one good one.
All right. Yep. We have 3 in Staunton. Oh yeah, let's go through the list. We have the American Shakespeare Center, one of a few in the United States, Blackfriars Playhouse, Silver Line Theater Exchange, the Shannon Arts, the Heifetz International Museum Institute, Staunton Music Festival, Staunton Augusta Art Center, Beverly Street Studio School, Co-Art Gallery, Smith Center for History and Art, Sunspots Glass Blowing. We talked about that in another video. And the Society for Victorian Arts and Culture.
Okay.
I think we got it.
Yeah, I gotta admit, you got 3 things, we got 1. I mean, each town has its own unique downtown, no doubt about it. But reluctantly, I have to give you that last point that makes it tied. Right, 6-6. Okay. I mean, how in the world we can't end on a 6-6 tie?
Yeah, it's a tie. It makes it really nice.
Okay. Well, it must be that. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Here's the thing. We'll solve it this way.
All right.
Okay. There's a lot of other things we could have talked about. Okay.
What do we call that at the end of soccer
videos,
if we have a tie?
A tie. A penalty kicks.
A
shootout. We're not going to have a shootout. So. But there's a lot of other things we could have talked about, okay? But you know what? I mean, one of the things that we can't talk about, okay, which only you can experience, only if you come, we would call it an intangible, okay? And the intangible, I would say that what you need to come and experience it is the vibe that we got between the 2 towns here in Waynesboro and in Staunton. They each have their own vibe.
Okay, no, I don't think we're talking about this kind of vibe.
Oh, okay, not that kind of vibe.
No,
okay, all right, fine.
So you want to tell them what kind of vibe we're talking about?
Well, yeah, I mean, any place you go, each town town has its own difference in the way it feels, and parts even within the town have different parts of the town that feel different ways. For example, when you go to Staunton, what do you feel like in Staunton?
I just enjoy the downtown historical buildings. I love architecture. I love just, it has an arts and culture vibe to it.
Yeah, it really does. It does down in downtown Staunton, and like I say, Waynesboro has more of a I don't know, a Main Street community type feel to it. I mean, both of them have that, I guess you could say, but they're just different. They each have different feels to them, and the best way to experience it, if you're deciding between Waynesboro or Staunton, is to come and visit and to enjoy it. And here's the thing: if maybe you don't like Staunton, or maybe you don't like Waynesboro, okay, just go to Fishersville in the middle. So Fishersville's always there, and that's a great bedroom community with a lot of homes in the area. So, but like I say, with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed the video. We've had some fun. And although I guess I didn't win, it's probably better off that I tied anyway, right? So, but that being said, like I say, if you're interested in a home here in the Shenandoah Valley, Waynesboro, Staunton, Fishersville, Charlottesville, Harrisonburg, Lexington, wherever the case may be, just pick up the phone and give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. That information, again, is all down in that description below. Maybe you're in one of the towns out here. Maybe you're looking to sell a home here, and certainly you want somebody on your side that knows the area well and that can help you market your home well, as we've done with other folks in the past, to help them sell their homes and get the most out of them possible. In either case, whether you're buying or selling, just pick up the phone and give us a call and let us know. We'd be happy to help you move into, or in the other, from one town to the other, or wherever the case may be. That's our job, and we'd be more than honored to help anyone do that. So, but like I say, at the end of every video, until the next video, we'll see you around town.